Hey there guys, it's Gamer Reborn 66 and today we're back with more of a different video. So, this video will be based off my theory that the new operator Adam is actually Makarov. So, before we begin, this video will be based off three different categories. One will be similarities, two will be a couple evident points, and finally three will be basically their approach on how they did this. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So, one clear similarities that we have with Makarov and Adam is the way that Adam is dressed. Now, notice how out of all the COD characters so far in this universe, only Adam and Makarov have this exact same kind of fashion. Like, no one else, other than those bodyguards in Modern Warfare 3 that we had to kill, wear a suit and a vest as main characters. So, yeah, until then, until if I can get a clear shot of Adam's voice, I cannot like argue anything else. So there really isn't much evidence based off of Adam being Makarov, but right now all that we can talk about is the ending of Modern Warfare 2. So in the ending, Yuri, our so-called new Yuri, gets text, unlike in an elevator, well saying that he's ready, and that it goes to no Russian. Now, really, I'm more confused on why they didn't show Makarov. I mean, it's probably going to be more of a surprise, but I bet you all we can just imagine what Makarov would look like, because, well, if we played the original Modern Warfare 3, we would all have already know what Makarov is, so, yeah. And I think the reason why they didn't show Makarov in the ending of Modern Warfare 2 is because I feel like that's the reason why, because they were gonna send out a random operator out of nowhere, this so-called Adam, and after that they're gonna say, well, I think that's what Makarov would probably look like, but because it's probably a teaser of what our new future Makarov will look like. So yeah, that's all I can argue about. But I need more information. Okay, so this section will wrap up my final theory on how Adam is actually Makarov. So, let's begin. So, dating back to the similarities, not only is Adam's fashion similar to Makarov's, but notice his bio. Why is it encrypted? Now, if we compare this to Shredder's bio, it's also redacted, or encrypted, because, well, if you grew up watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he works for a very criminal organization and is wanted in almost every country. So, so he obviously has to have his profile or background encrypted to prevent any trace of him so that he won't get arrested. But now this begs me the question, why encrypt or redact some new operator's bio that came out of nowhere that we never heard of or seen of? Now, this is just a theory, so I could be wrong, but maybe Adam really is just a bodyguard, but that's not the point. So, this is where my theory comes in. If we use the plane scene at the end of Modern Warfare 2 as an example, Makarov's small group hijacked a plane, and well, if they were ever found, well, that's a big kind of like source where they could start from. They could search up basically everyone who ordered that on the list on like some terminal or something, so then they could see Makarov's ticket and stuff. Now, this is why I think they had to have his profile encrypted, so that if, let's say, a detective or something were to search up any information based on what the ticket says, and they would get a result, they would hunt down this Makarov and easily arrest him. But if they have his profile encrypted or redacted, they wouldn't be able to get any trace of Makarov very easily. So that would mean that they would have to go hard out onto the ground and actually search for any clues or something. And also this ties in. Notice, and also we have another small minor detail. Notice how Adam wears a face mask. And now, even though some operators wear a face mask, But since that he's the most Makarov looking character, I think why he has to wear a face mask is to also help with that encrypted thing, so that we wouldn't be able to see or know who he is. And well, this and also notice the kind of the details. Notice how like he's wearing gold and stuff. And if we date back to the final mission on Modern Warfare 3, notice how like he's rich and stuff, because that is one hell of a big building we had to go through. So I think that's why. And basically, yeah, that's kind of my theory on how Makarov is actually the operator Adam. Now you guys don't have to agree with me because this really is just a theory, but this is what I think. This is what I think. And also, one final point is that my friend Ghost, which you guys can sub to him in the boys channel, basically told me that they had to display him in some other form, meaning they had to display him. They had to display him now or never. They had to display him in some way now or never. So, not only they probably made a character already that looks something like Makarov, and probably will be Makarov because obviously we are hungry for events to come already. But they had to display him in some way so that we can get at least a sneak peek of what he would actually look like. So yeah, that's basically it about my theory on how Adam is actually Makarov. So if you guys want to leave any more points in the comments, that'll be perfect great, and I'll see you on the next video.